this right here, you bunch of prima donna ballerina mother.
Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It is Monday, July 21st, and we are doing our regular MLB betting update show with Doug Upstone. Right now, we're going to take a look at the divisions in the National League. We're going to start with the National League East. Doug, thanks for being back with us.
Hi, Peter. My pleasure to be back. And we got the second half of the so-called second half of the season started here, and kind of changed things up a little bit with a few of the results.
All right, well, let's get to the forecast from the last call. For the NL East, they were pretty good, Doug Upstone. You said play on Washington, and they did go 12-7 for a plus 7% ROI since our last video, so that was a good call. You said bet against Miami on the road. They went 3-7 on the road, minus 35% ROI, so that was a great call, although they also went 3-6 at home, so you could have just said bet against Miami wherever they play. You also said take Atlanta unders, and they went 10-10 over-unders since the last video, so that was basically a wash, but they're still 39-54 over-under on the year overall. But so for the NL East in general, excellent calls, Doug Upstone. And I think the first question is, Washington now in first place in the NL East. They've been profitable recently. Does that continue? I think probably it does. What do you think, Doug?
I think without a doubt, they've won 12 out of 17 overall. They're starting to roll, starting to find some answers. Their starting pitching, for the most part, is solid now. The complete lineup is in place, and Ramos is hitting. Actually, the only person that's dragging them down right now is Bryce Harper. So if he starts to, play up to his capabilities, this team is certainly on the rise. And that bullpen, Peter, it is a shutdown unit. They really can get it done when they hit that seventh inning. Really like this team, and I see no reason why they can't continue.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. They are going to be big favorites a lot of the time. We know that, but I think we're going to see single-digit positive returns from them at least for the next couple weeks, if not for the rest of the way. All right, and then the other two big trends from the NL East are with totals, and Atlanta, again, big under-trender on the year, 39-54 over-under on the year, and that's obviously a huge under-trend, even though they did go just 10-10 since the last video. And then Miami, 56-35 over-under, the biggest over-trender in baseball. Do those trends continue? I'm thinking they do. What do you think, Doug?
Generally speaking, I'm going to say yes with Atlanta, because I still look at them. They're averaging 3.8 runs per game, which is just terrible. And they're second in baseball, in the National League in strikeouts with that batting order. So, they're just going to have a few periods where they're going to hit the ball for maybe a week or so, but by and large, it doesn't appear they're going to do anything different. Miami, I guess I would tend to agree with that. Their pitching has started to fall off a little bit, but so is their hitting. I guess I would feel more confident in saying that Atlanta on the under would be the better choice, but I would not look to play Atlanta on a continual basis, betting for or against them.
Yeah, the thing about Miami, though, is, their offense isn't necessarily something super explosive that might make you think over, but it's just their totals are 7 and 7.5 game in and game out. And so if that happens, in their ballpark with that lineup, you got to figure they are going to, go over as long as the totals hang in that range.
I have to agree with you. I'm not excited. I'm just not as excited in watching them play. And I say that just the continuing diminishing aspects of their pitching, that's more of a concern to me from that standpoint. But one team that I would really like to continue to play against, and we'll see if there's any movement, is the Philadelphia Phillies. Mm-hmm. Boy, if they move Cliff Lee and Cole Hamels, or at least just one of them, boy, their season has been heading south by and large, and I see it continue to really take off on a downward trend if that occurs.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Philly is minus 6% ROI on the year overall and minus 10% since our last video. Cliff Lee's coming back, but he hasn't done well in his minor league rehab start, so he could be way overvalued. All right, let's get to the forecast for the NL East. Doug Upstone, what do you think? Continue to bet on Washington?
We're going to continue to play Washington on a continual basis. I would continue to look for unders with Atlanta and play against the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay, so those are three official forecasts.
You got it, Peter.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Now let's move to the NL Central.